Welcome into the Treehouse. It's time to leave your worries outside and join me, Dan O'Malley, and Trey Trenholm today inside the Treehouse. And before we get too deep into the Treehouse, I want to mention our very dear friends and new sponsors of the Treehouse, the Dallas Comedy Club. Yes, the Dallas Comedy Club, where this week you can see. Make sure I keep calling her by a different name. I'm not sure why I keep doing that, but I want to make sure I get it correct here. So this Friday and Saturday at the Dallas Comedy Club, you can see Jen Colbert. Jen Colbert. She has made numerous appearances on TV shows. She's been on Netflix, HBO, Disney Plus. She was on Disney Channel's hit series Bunked. She's also in one of season 3 episode of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. And she is in Dallas this weekend, Friday and Saturday, October 6th and 7th at the Dallas Comedy Club. For ticket info, dallas-comedyclub.com. That's dallas-comedyclub.com.
And I'll say this, it's a great spot. It's not just a comedy club. It's a great bar, great patio. It's, if you're down in Deep Ellum, go check it out. It really is. It's a cool spot.
It's one of the few places in Deep Ellum where I actually want to go.
Yeah.
And there aren't many right now. And the good thing is it's kind of on the edge. So if you need to, you can escape Deep Ellum quickly from Dallas Comedy Club.
And it's also, unlike a lot of places down there, it has parking close by.
Yes, it does. Dallas-comedyclub.com for all the ticket info and for info on other shows happening at the Dallas Comedy Club. So as I mentioned, we are Rajless today. There's a reason for that. And it has to do with Hives.
That sounds bad.
It does. It does sound bad. And it gave me the opportunity to do a little internet sleuthing because I am a nerd. I love to research. I love to look things up. I like to learn things, especially if I have a preconceived notion about something already. I want to see if the thought in my head is accurate, to facts, right? So I go where everybody else finds facts these days, and that's the internet because it's always trusty. Because my thought was, I'm pretty sure hives are not contagious. So I typed that into to the internet. I just simply asked, are hives contagious? You want to know the answer I got, Trey?
Yes, I'm curious.
Hives are itchy welts, often triggered by an allergic reaction. Some bacteria or viruses can also cause hives, which can be contagious and spread. Total time, 40 minutes. Servings, 2.
I have
no idea how an explanation of hives somehow mashed up against a recipe, but I'm really kind of scared that someone out there is going to bake a hive pie and be really, really shocked and disappointed at the results.
Have you ever known anyone that gets hives?
I don't think so.
It's I had an ex that would get them they were stress induced for the most part, but it's like people who get them bad. It's not just one. You get them, they get all over the place, and they're painful. I mean, it's they look like infected pimples, and like they're Well, I mean, there's.
Do you pop them?
No, you're not supposed to. Like you try to just not itch them and put ointment and stuff or take medication. It's generally like steroids will help knock them out, but it's very uncomfortable if you get them, or if you're dating someone who has them.
Oh yeah, I would imagine, because you really can't touch them then.
No.
So from what I just read, they can be caused by bacteria. They can also be caused by virus, or like you're saying, Trey, you can just break out into hives from stress. And I totally get that. I am shocked that from the years 2016 through 2021. That's 5 years of my radio life that I am shocked I didn't break out into hives. I did have ulcers, multiple ulcers. And I didn't tell everybody that at the time, but for 5 years while working at iHeartRadio on 97.1 The Eagle, 2016 to 2021, and if you were a follower of the show at that time, you have an idea of what was going on in that time frame. I had ulcers, multiples of them, and it was excruciating. Now I can't even, so now I feel lucky that I didn't have hives as well.
I mean, ulcers I would definitely think are the worst of the two, and
Thank you, Trey. I appreciate that.
I empathize, and I can't. I know some of what you went through, and ulcers seem like on the light end of what could have happened with that amount of stress.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, I came out pretty good compared to everybody else at that time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that I'm keeping score. I'm just being mindful. So something about hives. Raj not here today. That's okay. He's had I'm not sure if it's actual hives or if that's just code for hangover, because Raj has had himself a big weekend. So he did shows over the end of last week into the weekend with one of his comedy brethren, Russell Peters. Now, Russell Peters is one of those guys that is not widely known in America compared to some of his contemporaries, but he is massive on the international stage. And this is the guy that at one point, I believe he sold out, even though I'm going to say this is related to America, he sold out Madison Square Garden like 2 or 3 nights in a row.
Damn.
Years ago. But he's really, really popular overseas, Canada especially, India. But he's not on that same level as like a Bill Burr or Louis C.K. was at one point. He's not a Carlin type, but extremely successful. It was a huge deal for Raj to be able to open up for him, and we're happy that he got to do that. And then doing an additional show in Hill Country as well. And then I guess, running headfirst into a hive pile. I don't know. Weird things happen in and around Austin, as Trey well knows.
Yeah, that's why they say it. Keep Austin weird. It's not hard. Weird stuff happens down there.
Do you think enough weird stuff still happens down there, or is it too homogenized now with mid-rise apartment buildings and Dell employees?
I think, I think any weirdness left in Austin is, marketed and sold. I was fortunate enough. I was there in the mid '90s. That is when the Keep Austin Weird movement sprung up, and at the time, Austin had less than 500,000 people, and there was this big push, but everyone was starting to realize it was this little gem in Texas because of everything around it. It's not like any other city in Texas for what it has water, it has hills, and so people were starting, and Austin was doing everything it could to keep people from moving there. It was like, we want to keep it small, keep Austin weird. Well, what they figured out is that's fine. You can keep the businesses out. I mean, and they did with a bunch of different tech companies. Well, all those tech companies did is because Pflugerville and Round Rock and everything around Austin, more than happy to take your money. And so basically what you got is all the people moving, to these different, they moved to Austin. They may be working in Bastrop. So Austin grew and they didn't get any of the tax benefits, anything. But yeah, now it's so overpriced. It's ridiculous. And so Hollywood.
That's the weird thing about Austin now is everything's overpriced.
Oh, Dallas has gone up a lot, and Austin makes Dallas look cheap.
And Dallas hates that sentiment, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Dallas with its implants and fake lips goes, hey, nothing about this was cheap.
Yeah.
There is one other piece of information that Trey and I would like to share with you today that I was hoping that Raj would be here for this special little announcement, but he's not, and that's okay. He's going to be a part of it going forward. And that is A few weeks ago, we branched out and started the Treehouse Football podcast. And that's been a lot of fun because it gives us an outlet to talk about the Cowboys and lament about our sports woes and things and make fun of sports as well, because that's something we enjoy. To that end of branching out, we decided that we haven't branched out enough yet because I guess we still have too much goddamn free time on our hands. So we decided to branch out just a little bit more. So here's what's happening. You now have the opportunity to listen, watch more of the show, meaning we also want more of your money. Seeing as how we're not taking any of your money, that's a pretty good deal until now. So what we're doing is we're offering up, we are now joining Patreon. You go to patreon.com/treehouseonair, and there is the opportunity for you to join Treehouse Plus. Treehouse Plus is coming with more content for you because we've had a number of people say, hey, when are you going to go to a daily show? I want more shows. I want more Treehouse. And that's been phenomenal and we appreciate it. The biggest hurdle to those things is time, whether or not we have enough time to actually sit down and come together and do these things. And now we feel comfortable enough to say that, yeah, I think we can handle this. So what you can do is go to patreon.com/treehouseonair, and there you can join Treehouse Plus for $5 per month. And for that $5 per month, you might be wondering, well, okay, Dan, Trey, what do I get? Glad you asked. Join Treehouse Plus, and you will receive weekly ad-free bonus shows. So this isn't the shows we already do with the ads taken out that you get to listen to. No, this is a whole additional show per week, ad-free for your ears and or your eyes. And I mention your eyes because we're going to shift the YouTube channel to where you can get the first segment for free on YouTube. But if you want the other segments of the full show, then you need to go join the Patreon Treehouse Plus. That's where you will get the full show video access and a Treehouse podcast sticker after you're a member for the 3 months because we have to pay for the sticker. That's how that works. So you can do that right now. Patreon.com/treehouseonair. $5 a month. You get a weekly ad-free bonus show, a full show video access, and a Treehouse podcast sticker, all for joining Treehouse Plus. And depending on how that goes, Trey and I were talking about it before we hit record today. We have ideas for other stuff that could come very soon after to add into Treehouse Plus options. So there you have it. Very exciting.
And if we're being honest, if you want us to continue with this show and this podcast, it helps support us. I mean, and gives us the means to do more.
Because it turns out, even though Trey's Chihuahua Daisy is only like 3 pounds, she eats like a 6-pounder. So we got to keep her fed. That's the main thing. Is she anywhere near you right now?
No, she's down in her bed.
That's okay, because I have an idea now for a marketing campaign for our Treehouse Plus program, and that is simply a logo of Daisy's face where it just says, "Feed me."
Yeah, Sarah McLachlan song in the background.
Just Daisy, just like, I'm so hungry, and wouldn't you like to feed Daisy? Well, for $5 a month, you can help feed Daisy, and that's a massive, massive thing that we would appreciate here in the Treehouse. Meanwhile, my dogs are looking at me going like, "Mother, what about me?" Like, yeah. Okay. So a very exciting time to be in the Treehouse with the opportunity to be in it more. That's the big takeaway from this is we are going to be adding at least one show per week. And Trey also had the idea of, we're enjoying doing that Treehouse football podcast. So maybe what we do is we do an additional one of those and an additional Treehouse show. So there's going to be all sorts of stuff. It's going to be kind of liquid for a little while because we're just getting this off the ground. So if there's things that you want, send it to us. Let us know. We can put those things into this program and build it out however you want. So as much as we are going to stay independent, in a way, we're going to kind of be working for you now. So this is your kind of your opportunity to tell us what to do. That may be an option down the line. Not yet. We're not going that crazy to start, but the opportunity might be there sometime very soon. So please go to patreon.com/treehouseonair to join the Treehouse Plus program for $5 a month. Again, you get that bonus ad-free episode each week. Also, the full video show access and a Treehouse podcast sticker after 3 months. Trey, do you control your mom's credit cards?
Oh gosh. What an perfectly
I think she
question.
could be I think she should join the Treehouse.
Yeah. That's I'll when she gets her new ones, because someone this is just one of the pitfalls of having older parents. Of I don't know what she clicked on. I have no idea, but she's in the process of getting all new credit cards because she clicked on something and all of a sudden someone was eating well on DoorDash and cash apping themselves money.
Oh, did she accidentally marry a Nigerian prince?
I am not sure. The authorities are looking into it, but
are they looking hard, or is it kind of like it's important stuff?
Actually, they in the realm of stupid criminal, don't have DoorDash delivered. I'm just
to your
leave
house?
It there. Yes.
That actually makes a lot of sense. In the world of stupid criminals, if you're going to steal somebody's credit card information and order yourself DoorDash, don't have it delivered to your house.
No. Have it delivered to your enemy's house and just be standing out front when, pull out, go, oh, yeah, that's mine. Yeah, don't have it delivered to your house. That's, that does give, they do have a reason to come knocking on your door at that point.
Yeah, at that point, then it really is easy for the police to go, okay, they're just asking us to come arrest them now.
Right.
We feel obligated to go and just do it now. Yeah, the added benefit though would be if the police wait for them to order for their next order, and it's the police that show up with the food.
Yeah. That is, anyways. Yeah. So I kind of do actually have control of her cards, and she will definitely subscribe.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. Or you know what the police could do, and this would be way worse, is if they take your mom's DoorDash order to the criminal's house, instead of dropping off the food, they drop off your mother. This is yours now.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to The Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.